If you've got one of these C10s, you know the vent windows. You know they leak, you know they're a pain in the butt. Time has not done justice to them. If you're intimidated about rebuilding these, or if you've ever tried to rebuild them, you know it can be a pain in the butt also. The easy solution is Precision. They have these fully rebuilt. I don't know if they're rebuilt or brand new. They look brand new, but these suckers look nice. It comes with a hardware kit, everything you need to get this installed. The hardest part of this job is gonna be taking the door apart and putting everything together. They make it easy for you. So today, I'm gonna show you the step-by-step process of getting this door apart, getting the old vent window out, and putting Precision's brand new vent window in the truck, and making this job as fast and easy as possible. So the first step in this process is getting this door panel off. Just a couple of Phillips screws. This one has power windows, so you will fight a little bit with getting those wires off. Be sure you pull your door lock mechanism, or your knob, they call it. But there's some Phillips screws here, 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 and down here on the bottom. And then the door panel comes off, and that'll give us access to the inside. So let's get this off now. So now that we got the door panel off, let me show you, oh, there's a screw on the floor. Let me get that. The kit comes with screws for the vent window, but it does not come with screws for your door panels. Let me show you the screws on here that you have to take out. If you look on top here, you've got a screw. This goes directly into the top of the vent window. And then there's two more screws right here that hold the vent window assembly in on this side. Then right down here, your wiring will be coming out this hole here. This bolt right here, I believe it's a 7/16. That one's gonna come out, and that holds the track for your window to actually run in. So we're gonna pull that one out, and then I think the vent window will come out, but we might have to loosen up this window track over here so we can make the window slide this direction. I haven't done it in a while, but we're gonna get this bolt and these 3 screws out, and we'll see what happens next. But I think we're gonna have to slide the window a little bit to maneuver this out of there. Now this bolt here and these screws here, your new kit from Precision comes with all new hardware for this. So you're gonna get a new bolt for this track assembly down here, and you're gonna get 3 new screws for mounting the vent window to the door frame. All right, that's all those screws out, and as I'm working, I'm remembering some things. So I am gonna have to loosen this back track on the door so I can slide the window this way, because we already have installed our new Precision weather stripping for the window tracks inside the door. But I need to get that out of this vent window assembly. I can leave it hanging here inside the door, but it is connected up here in this corner and all the way around to the other side. So we're gonna have to get that out. In order to do so, we're gonna need to slide the window on its tracks in here. So I'm gonna loosen up this track. It just kind of pops back. And then I'm gonna grab this glass and slide it back towards this back end of the door, which will free up space right here. But I got the belt molding out of the way, just to give me a little extra room to get this weather strip out and to be able to maneuver this vent window. I got this little plastic pry bar so I don't damage the weather strip trying to get it out of there, because it's, like I said, it's the new stuff and it's in there good. It's in there good. But once you get it moving, it's not bad. It's just getting that initial section of it out. There we go, see? It's starting to come out of there now. And then we're just gonna work it out all the way up here to the top. But we're gonna be careful because it's kind of on top of this vent window up here. There's a little metal clip, but we need to get it out down here inside the door too, just like so. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it down on the top here and see if I can get this clip to come. There it is. So that's the little clip I was talking about right there. And that hooks on to the top bracket of the vent window. So we'll just leave this out of our way. And now it's just a little bit of brute force, because this thing's been in here since 1983. Brute force. What you're gonna wanna do, once you get it loose, yours might come loose easier than that, but you're gonna rotate and bring it on up. Comes right out of there. So that's the old vent window assembly out of the way. Now we're gonna prep a couple of things and get ready to put the new vent window in. If you look right here and right here, it's kind of a bushing style washer, and they're kind of stuck in there. I'm gonna come from the back side. There we go, I got that one popped loose. And if you drop these or your truck doesn't have these, no fear, because these come in the new kit. Look, let me show you. Right there, you got 2 of these, and each window comes with its own little kit like this. You got 2 of these, you got 2 of these bolts, you got 3 of these screws for your vent window to go in. Now, I'm also gonna take this opportunity to go ahead and clean up in this area. This is your one chance to clean any dirt, debris, or anything else like that out of this area, because you don't want to be taking these vent windows in and out. It ain't no fun. So I've got some all-purpose cleaner and a rag, and I'm just gonna clean this area up because I like them clean. Now, as I was showing you this nut and bolt kit that comes with your precision vent windows, you might have noticed a drill bit in the package. What is that drill bit for, you ask? I'm gonna tell you, because Precision thought of everything. On their new vent window assembly, on the 2 front screw mounting points, they have a hole on the top where it mounts to the top of the door, but on these 2 front ones, there's no holes drilled in this. And they did this for a very specific reason. There's a variance in these trucks. They all are gonna fit a little bit different. So if they pre-drilled a hole for you, it might not fit good. So what they recommend you do is get this thing in there, get your top screw and your bottom screw in, get it fitting as snug as you can, and then you drill a hole where you need a hole so that it fits as tight as possible. Just like we took it apart, we're gonna put it back together. We're gonna get the vent window put in there first. We got a few steps to follow to ensure that it fits properly inside the door. You're gonna get it sideways. Your window is gonna be facing sideways like this, just so you can fit this bracket down in this hole. And you wanna maneuver your best and see it slides right in there. And once you get it down low enough, you rotate it in. There, she's starting to go in her home. You know what I didn't do, guys? I need to loosen up this one bolt right here, and maybe it's gonna give me a little separation on this door panel. So there's a screw right here. I believe it's a 3/8, and it runs all the way through to the outside of the door skin. So I'm gonna loosen that up just to be sure. Maybe that's why I had such a hard time getting the other one out. Let me loosen it up. It's a 5/16. This is a 5/16 screw. Oh, did you see the window move when I loosened it? That's what I needed to do. I didn't read the instructions. I just thought I knew it all. Your objective, there it went, is to make it fit in there as tight as possible. We're a little bit tight down here. There it is. So we got this hole, if you look right here. This hole is that one I was telling you about earlier. It's lined up. Then we want to check this top hole up here and make sure it's lined up, because that's going to be, we're going to put a screw in here and just snug it up, not get it super tight. We're gonna get our bolts in here and snug it up. Then our next step is getting this weather strip put back in, because what we're gonna wanna do is get the weather strip in place and roll our window back up so that it ensures our window fits tight in this opening. Then we can address these 2 screws over here. So the screw you're gonna want is the one with the washer. That's the one that fits on the top side. Your 2 screws that fit in the front, they do not have a washer, and they're far more tapered. Can you see that taper right there? So we're gonna use the screw with the washer on top and just get this top side snugged up, and then we'll move on to our weather stripping. Just so you know, all transparency, I have a rubber block here. I could not get this thing to just push in by hand, so I got a rubber block and a rubber hammer, and I gave it a few love taps pushing it that direction and got this top screw hole lined up. That's what I had to do. That's kind of a good sign though, because that means it's fitting tight. I've got that good and snug up there, not super tight. Now I'm gonna fight this weather stripping back in. It's gonna take me a few minutes to get it in there nicely. You gotta make sure this little clip here goes over the top edge of your vent window bracket, because that's kind of what holds it up in that corner. So be gentle with it too, because I've torn them out. So inside the door is the fun part, because you got to get this pressed into the track. But what you can do is just get it kind of close. And since we have this back bracket loose on the window, it'll let it come up without getting into it. And then we can get our arm inside there and make it fit in there a little tighter. So as it's coming up, we need to make sure it's lining up with all the window track, and it's not. There it goes. And that puts it in position, keeps this in position, and then we can reach inside here, get the rest of this rubber in the track. All right, so that rubber's in the track. I'm gonna go ahead and put this track back in place. And we're just gonna line this back up with where it used to be. Then I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this one too. that I loosened in this door frame. That keeps that there. And our next step, we're gonna drill out these 2 spots on the top of this door because this is where we want it to fit, right here. We want it to fit there and look nice. It looks good too. It fits nicely. So I got me a little center punch just to try to keep my drill bit from walking. And I'm just gonna line it up best I can on the center, give it a love tap. Let's see if that helps my drill bit from walking. There we go. So 1 hole is in there. We insert our new bushing in that hole. Don't let it fall. Like that, tapered head screw. And then we just snug these up. They fit nice and tight with that drill bit. Now I'm gonna have to get creative with this front hole. I think I have what I need to get in there, but this big drill is not gonna fit. But I think I've got something. Here's my solution. It's a little wore out. It won't hold the bit anymore. Yeah, it will. It holds the bit. But this is an angle drill attachment. And it goes in your drill like so. And then it allows you to drill at an angle. Now these do take special bits. They take the kind that lock in just like your bits would in your impact. So they've got this little head built on them so that they lock into place on here. But that's gonna let me do this without pulling the door off because it'd be tough to get to this screw with the door on. So, let me see if I can get a punch on it right quick. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can, so I'm gonna have to get lucky. All right, 1 more bushing, 1 more screw, and this screw is gonna be really tight in the beginning until it starts cutting some threads, and then it'll go in nicely once it cuts a couple threads. But you want them to fit tight so it holds all this in place. And you never have to worry about leaks again. That screw is tight. We're gonna go ahead and tighten up this top screw, tighten up this bottom screw, and then reassemble this door. Well, there you have it, guys. Easy to install, fully built vent windows from Precision. Go to prp.com and get yours today. They sell all the weather stripping you need for one of these C10s, several different year models, several different manufacturers. Check out Precision, prp.com, and get yours today.